46. We all know and love Tupperware. And just look at this. Like, nostalgia just kicks in by taking a look at the incredible designs. We do have this in the big, you're getting all of these pieces. And we'll talk about this in just a bit. We do have 3 different color choices in the multis and all those pastel colors. But we're going to talk about something brand new to me from Tupperware tonight. And I am so excited about it. It's literally a pressure cooker for your microwave. And in less than 30 minutes, you can make that famous, at least for me and my family, that famous homemade stew, that beef stew, or it could be a vegetable stew. And here's how it's gonna work. My friend Deb Marie is here joining us.
How are you? Congratulations.
Oh my gosh, thank
oh my
you,
goodness,
sweetheart.
you are amazing.
You know how much I am just a down-home girl.
You are in a beautiful kitchen and a great cook. I love you.
I just love the easy things that my grandmother taught me to do. You don't have to get all fancy.
Nope. It's
have to
all
be
about good ingredients and
keeping
it simple.
It is.
And now we're keeping it simple, but we're doing it really fast.
I am so excited about this brand new pressure cooker.
I'm telling you, and it's for the microwave. Think about it, the microwave and the pressure cooker are the fastest methods of cooking there is known to man. And now we've combined the two so that you're actually getting goof-proof, easy cooking. So this is a limited presentation, so I want to get right to it, Kelly.
Okay.
A lot of times I get home from work, I cook for people all over the place, but sometimes I don't think for prepping for myself. What I'm going to show you is I've just put dry rice in here. This is yellow rice. I'm putting raw chicken in here, and I am going to, by the time this 12 minutes is up, because this takes all of 10 minutes, we are making chicken Valencia. This is a saffron chicken, and it takes 10 minutes start to finish in your pressure cooker. 10 minutes. Ta-da! So what you're looking at right here is the handle has to be up so that you can lock it, but you simply lock the lid. We press the handle down. This is the safest pressure cooker known to man. It's got all kinds of different safety mechanisms, which we're going to talk about.
How about that?
I'm going to show you how this works. What you're going to do is you'll place it in the pressure cooker. I'm going to set it for 10 minutes. We are going to come back to it. No stirring, no watching, no worrying. We are simply going to hit it for
set it for
10 minutes. And you and I are going to go about our busy schedule doing everything else. We can multitask, we can take a bath, and what's going to happen is it'll shut itself off, and whether we're ready or not, our food is not going to burn, it's not going to overcook, we don't have to worry about any dangers. But like Callie talked about, that stew, that's that feeling, that hug when you come home after a rough day or when it's cold outside. This is what you get. Now you can see the little yellow button here. That is our pressure valve. You can see I'm under pressure here. By lifting this handle, you're going to see it'll releases any pressure that's in there.
I'm right on this side.
Yep. So there's a pressure release valve under here. There's a safety release here. There's a safety release here. There's 3 different methods for steam to be released so that no pressure can exceed the capacity of what it can do.
So I just had a little moment of reminiscence of when I was a little girl and my grandmother used to be in the kitchen making her famous, stews under pressure, but nobody was allowed in the kitchen because it was like brrrr, everything was rattling on top of that stuff, and
a little unnerving.
The end result is always worth it, but this is 10 minutes, or in this case, a beef stew.
This is 25 minutes. Whether you're using chuck or whether you're using London broil, you can use really lean, tough pieces of meat. You put your vegetables in here, you put your beef stock in here. I'm going to post every recipe that you're watching tonight on my Facebook page, but I want you to know I call myself the prophet of pressure cooking. I've actually sold over 100,000 pressure cooker books in my career. I love pressure cooking.
I know you do.
And it's not because I want it easy. I love to cook. It's because of the flavors that are locked inside. When we lock down the lid, you don't see any steam coming out when you're cooking because the steam contains our water-soluble nutrients. The steam actually works to break down the surface tension of what we're cooking inside. That's why we get tender, flavorful food.
I love what you just said because you love to cook and you're gourmet. You go to you could spend 10 hours in the kitchen.
Nothing is too hard for me.
Exactly. This woman is amazing. But I love what you said, because the flavors are just
They're
better
so
under pressure.
authentic. They are.
It's crazy, and how much easier it is. See, we're quite the opposite. I love it quick and easy, and I like getting in and out. Let's just get in. But I love it to be delicious. In about 5 minutes, we're going to pull out from this microwave what we started with, which was raw
chicken,
dry
rice.
Dry rice.
Right. Even if you only bought it to be a rice cooker, making rice from scratch in 10 minutes. A normal pressure cooker takes 10 to 15 minutes to come to pressure, right?
Yep.
Then 10 minutes under pressure.
That's a good point.
So what's happening with a microwave, it's the fastest method next to pressure cooking. So it's making your pressure cooker faster.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Great point.
So it's safe, it's easy. We're getting the Tupperware brand. Now, what does that mean to you, ladies and gentlemen? They wouldn't be in business for over 70 years if they weren't careful. Okay, if they didn't always do the right thing. Can you open that up for me, love?
Ma'am.
What we're gonna do now, because this one will be finished at the end of this presentation, I am cooking pasta in 9 minutes. Every single time, 9 minutes is what it takes to cook pasta. Do you know at home, it takes 9 minutes for your water to come to boil.
Yes.
So this is giving you more time to enjoy your family. It gives you more time to make more stuff.
And I think, like you said too earlier, it's like we're busy. You
We're
get home from
busy.
a crazy day at work. Your kids are coming home from school and practice and rehearsals and competitions, and life is just crazy. This is the you baked a cake, Deb?
We made a fudge. This is a molten lava chocolate cake. 10 minutes, Callie. 10 minutes. Okay, your oven at home is not even going to be preheated in 10 minutes.
And think about that.
It's like being on warp speed. I highly encourage anyone. If you already love pressure cooking, you're gonna love it more with this, okay? And I'm gonna post every recipe.
Okay, good,
I will hold your hand every second of every minute.
Oh, you are the best.
Until you get this, because one of the things I like best about this one,
and by the way,
versus
the Tupperware is
any
also
other
available
pressure
coming
cooker
up.
is the fact that, remember I told you molten lava, this is actually chocolate pudding and chocolate chips that are on the bottom. So Callie, what our regular pressure cookers have about 12 pounds of pounds per square inch.
Okay.
You know what that means? That means you cannot do asparagus. You cannot do broccoli. You cannot do salmon because it would obliterate it.
Yeah.
This is only about 5 pounds per square inch inside.
Fact.
So I do broccoli in 3 minutes in here, and in pressure cooking, it's not mushy. It is vibrant and green. You know what else it is, Callie? Delicious, and I do it with my salmon in 3 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
And it's healthier than any other way.
In a pressure, by the way, we've got only about 500 of these left. These have been flying.
Yay.
This is an exciting launch. Not only is it Tupperware, it's the launch of their pressure cooker at $50 off their price anywhere but here. And these could very well be gone in the next few moments. I know we're going to be putting a clock on the screen based on how limited it's become so quickly.
I'm so excited for you.
Don't forget about that fifth flex. It's $19.99 to get yours delivered. And you've always got a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. If you haven't tried pressure cooking in a microwave with Tupperware, try it. If you don't love it, you've got a month to send it back. No problem.
The only thing that you're going to be frustrated with is that you waited this long to have one. Because the fact is, isn't that delicious? And
very moist.
I begged Brian, and Brian's like, Deborah, the Heritage set coming up, you've already sold 500 of them. I mean, people want this. I go, Brian, I want more time with a pressure cooker because I want to show you. The possibilities are endless on this. Stew, 25 minutes, but not 20 minutes to come to pressure and then 25 minutes. That's what's happening with your Instapot at home. I love. But I'm cooking faster, and I'm cooking the same thing, and it's faster. Do you get it? And I'm using something. What are we using these for when we're not using this, Callie? Are you reheating coffee? It takes up a lot of real estate.
It does.
And now I can do a pot roast in here. You've never been able to do a pot roast in your microwave.
You've got to try this. This is just as brilliant as it could be. Leave it to Tupperware to do it all over again. And again, at this point, we're going to dip below 500. A lot of you are ordering these, and we are on a Friday night. When you think about the reality of life, we all want that home cooking comfort food that our grandmothers prepared when we were kids, like I did, or I remember on the farm. I don't want to work any harder than I have to in the kitchen, but I do want the best results, and that's what's so fun about this. Pressure cooking, very important point that you made, because it's not often that we offer a pressure cooker from any brand, quite frankly, but it's always been one of our best modes of cooking in the kitchen because of the pressure, how it releases the flavor, especially like if you're doing a beef or something.
The authenticity of it. Normally, when you're cooking normal food, steam comes out. In the steam is flavor. It's water-soluble nutrients. nutrients, and it's also time. So pressure cooking has always been my absolute favorite, but it's not because I want to rush the cooking process. It is because the authenticity of a potato. I was on air one time with a very famous woman who had never had food out of a pressure cooker one time, and when she tasted the potato, she goes, "Oh my gosh, they taste that dirt." And I go, "That's not a selling point." But what she meant was the potato tasted so authentic. She'd never had a potato that was that tender, that had such a potato flavor.
So
now
listen to this. I just got home from London. I was just on vacation with Tracy. One of the best things that I had was the mushy peas.
Oh,
and
I love mushy peas.
what you just made here in the pressure cooker. Oh boy.
And this is split pea soup,
good.
and this is under 20 minutes from dry beans to a little bit of ham and carrots. I'm gonna add a little bit of stock to that. But again, you can make soups in here, you can do stews in here, but unlike any other pressure cooker, you can do salmon, you can do broccoli, you can do so many things, but the thing that you're not getting is microwaves in here. The microwaves heat the outside, which creates the steam, and then the steam is what creates the pressure. So we're not cooking with microwaves. The microwave's just cooking our pressure cooker. So again, we're saving time on how long it takes to heat up your pressure cooker. These two items right here, I want to rush them, but you can't, because if you go under 10 minutes, which truthfully, have you ever made rice in under 10 minutes? I don't even think minute rice is under 10 minutes, right? Like, I think that's at least 10 or 12 minutes.
Name for that.
But this is dry, hard noodles that you buy, rice that you buy in the store.
And this is what I love so much, is that you've got all the ingredients in your pantry.
Right.
You do. If you get home from work and you're like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what to do. Think about all your frozen meat, what you've got in your pantry from your dry beans and your peas and your spices and all the things that are really basic to cooking. This is amazing, and this is amazing that this is going to be selling out in this show.
Yay.
We've got now less than 400. We've got a lot of people ordering, so this may not even make it another minute or so, but I do want you to give it a try with that 30 days. Why not?
I don't know that it's ever been on television before. I do know that I have gone bananas over this.
That is amazing.
And I remember one of the things that I want to show you with this one right here is when I first got it, when I was trying to understand the technology behind it, I was like, I just didn't understand what was going on. But when I would lift the handle and the pressure would come out, and you'd hear the steam release on there, and then you go inside. Now again, I'm 30 seconds early, so we might have just a touch of liquid, but I just want to show you, like what Callie said.
10 minutes ago.
If you are like me and you get home from work and you haven't thought about feeding yourself because you've been busy feeding everybody else, you can take anything you want out of the pantry and you are going to have meals in minutes. The noodles are going to be done. I got to stop rushing it. But
the split pea soup you baked.
That cake, 10-minute cake, that's a devil's food cake that we put pudding in the bottom of it, and we set our microwave for 10 minutes, and that's what you get at the end of it. I'm going to finish this cycle. While we're on the bowl cell, we'll come back and get this.
And just to keep in mind, that was dry rice. Those were dry noodles. That was raw chicken, all of it.
Raw peppers.
From scratch, right here. In minutes.
This is the 9-minute pasta. And pasta, if you only bought this to cook pasta in 9 minutes, your water will not boil on your stove, even with an induction burner, in under 9 minutes.
These peas are done.
I know, and they were dry. Those were dry, hard noodles. If we had a 20-minute show, Callie, I could do so many things that you would be so blown away, because the two fastest things in the world.
Personal request on the air right now to our planners and our buyers.